Hi there. First of all, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before, and welcome to my channel if it's your first time. So today I want to talk to you about assets. Assets, liabilities. But this is going to be an asset that you may not have considered, and it's an asset that you already have. So my name is Linda, known to my clients, as they call me, their abundance angel. And that's because when we work together, we turn their money management into money miracles. Pretty cool. So today I want to talk to you about assets, but more importantly, an asset that you already have, but you may not have realized the value. So, what asset could that be? You may be wondering. So my message today could come as a bit of a surprise, but I believe a really nice surprise. So here's the message. You are your greatest asset. So let that sink in for a moment. You are your greatest asset. So what does that mean? What does that mean? So at first, this message might be a bit surprising, as I said earlier. Consider that you are your greatest asset. And it starts by firstly realizing that, acknowledging it, and then looking at the way in which you think about yourself, the way you treat yourself, the way you take care of yourself. Is or are those behaviors in line with the understanding that you are your greatest asset? So maybe not. Maybe this is a completely new idea. And if that's the case, just pause for a moment and let that sink in, that you are your greatest asset. So what would you do differently now that you know you are your greatest asset? So first of all, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below how you feel when you consider that you are your greatest asset. So for some of you, you might be going, okay, great. So how do I determine my value? And that is what I'm going to tell you. This is how you can determine your value at this present moment in time. And look, it's a calculation, but it certainly will open your eyes to something that you may never have thought of before. So to calculate your value, this is what you do. You take your annual income. So whatever your annual income is, add it all up and you times it by 12. And that number, once you've times your annual income by 12, that would be a representation of your capital value. Meaning, if you were investing that lump sum and it was gaining a return of 8% per annum, that value, that amount, would then generate the amount equal to your current annual income. Now, if you're not attracting an 8%, then you're going to need to times it by a higher amount than 12. But for this example right now, just try this out. When you take your annual income and times it by 12, or maybe 15, that gives you just an idea of your value in a currency term. Now we could go on and on so many other values that you do have and skill sets in terms of your worth. But just to focus on the monetary value. So how does that sound? So when you start to hang out with this idea that there is a great value, or let's say you represent a great value, like to replace your income, you would need a capital value of that calculation, your annual income times 12. So that already points to your value, your worth. So now, knowing that, what would you do differently with your time, with your energy, with your money? So please share in the comments below. What does it mean to you to hear my message today, that you are your greatest asset? Have you ever thought of that before? So please share in the comments below. I love the feedback, and I'll see you in the next video.